and welcome to another OrigaMinis with +4 Charisma. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to make an origami mimic, this right here. This is the classic version of the mimic that you most often see. However, mimics are actually shape-shifting predators, and they can turn into any inanimate object, really. You see them in classical D&D campaigns as a chest, because then oftentimes adventurers go, they see the chest, they rush in without taking the proper precautions, and then they have a person-eating chest to deal with. So let's get right to it right now. So we're going to start with a square piece of paper, flip it over, and then we're going to do some pre-creases from each of the corners. So just fold it in half, press the crease down, do the exact same thing on the opposite corners. Press that crease down as well, unfold it, then take the bottom corner and fold it up into the middle of the page so that it meets that horizontal line and the top crease aligns with the bottom crease underneath. Unfold that, and then take the crease that you just made and fold it up to that middle horizontal crease. All the creases should match up at this point. You're going to unfold it. You should have 3 creases, and now you're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Unfold that, turn the paper, and then fold it in half. Reinforce the creases. Now we're going to start making creases in a fan-like pattern. So fold the top flap down, crease that. Make sure that the creases align, and you're going to try and make this as symmetrical as possible. So to do that, you're going to alternate sides, flip the paper over, do the exact same thing on the other side, making sure that the flaps match up together. Continue to do this pattern until you've created 5 peaks on the black side of the paper. So when you're finished, you should have 2 white triangles on either side, and then there's the 5 peaks when you pull it open. Now you're going to flip the paper, and push down the first top horizontal crease. Now the fold we're going to do here is a little bit tricky. Basically, we want to keep the increases as increases, but pull a little bit of the paper out so that it folds into the increases. And to do that, I'm using my fingers underneath to support the paper and keep the increases as they are, and then my hands on top to push the paper down into the creases. And it should end up creating this accordion-like style. If you've done it neatly enough, by the time you're finished, you should be able to fold the paper in on itself. So here I'm just kind of neatening it up. There you go, it's being folded in. Straightening it up a little bit. And then I'm going to do the exact same fold on the next crease down. So push that crease out. Pinch the crease a little bit, and then use your fingers to sort of push it down into the increase. Once again, you should be able to pull the paper together like an accordion. The flaps will sort of fall down naturally this way. There's what you should have right now. Sort of looks like an organ. Now I'm going to work on the tongue a little bit because it's going to get in the way otherwise. So I'm just going to fold it down a little bit. If you bring the paper together, it should allow you to pull out the middle seam and invert it. So depending on your point of view, either you're going to make the increase an outcrease or the outcrease an increase. There's what it should look like. And now I'm doing the exact same fold on the very next crease. Once again, the flaps should simply fall into place naturally. There's what we have there. This is what it looks like from the top view. Now I'm working on the flaps. Unfold the flaps, take the bottom of the flap and fold it up into the corner. Up at the top. Enforce the crease. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side to make sure it's symmetrical. Fold it in on itself. It should fall in right with the other creases. And then there's going to be a little flap in the back. Simply fold it forward to follow the rest of the creases. And you're just going to end up creating another little triangle right there. Like so. Do the same thing on the other side. That's what it should look like. Now I'm going to pull it apart and make the next horizontal crease follow along with the flaps. So to do that, I'm just pulling them out a little bit and bending them to make that crease follow right along out onto the flaps as well. Once you've done that, collapse it again, fold them back into place, and then do the exact same fold that we've been doing on the line that follows. This is what it should look like. Then sort of follow the natural path of the folds to fold the little flaps on the side down. There's what we got right there. Front and the back. Now at the next horizontal crease, instead of doing that same fold all the way across, you're only going to do it on the two side folds. So just the one on this side. It's a little bit more tricky, but doable. And then do the same fold on the other side as well, but keep the two increases in the middle out like that, and that will give us our chest shape. Now, hold on to that new inseam that you've created and pull what's left of the flap down. Like so. Do the same thing on the other side as well. So I'm just holding there at the increase at the bottom one and then pulling it down. And that should give us the shape of the top of our chest. Now, to create the teeth, I'm going to fold the top corner down and fan it in and out. This fold should create a little bit of give at the corners where it fans out. where that bit of give is created, I'm going to try and form the paper into sharp points. I find it easiest to hold the middle of it with my finger, and then with my other hand try and create the points. Do the same thing on the other side, alternating sides with the teeth. If you don't alternate, then you might run out of give on one side and you won't get a symmetrical look for your teeth, or you might not have any give for teeth at all on the other side. So make sure to alternate your teeth. Continue to do this for the rest of the corner of the flap. So just hold them in place with 2 fingers and pull it up with the other hand, like so. Form those 2 into points, alternating sides. And when you get to the end of the triangle, simply use that bottom corner as your last tooth, as it will give you a natural point already. Push it down to sort of neaten it up. Here I'm just neatening up my work here. And then I'm going to work on the tongue now. Now to do that, I'm going to collapse the tongue in on itself. Fold the middle in. And then I'm going to make creases in a fan-like motion to try and give it that classic D&D monster look. Now, in order to get the top to stay attached to the base and make it just look a little more neat, you can fold the edges of the corners in, or if you're not a purist, you can just glue it. And there's our mimic. I hope you enjoyed making an origami mimic with me. If you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up, drop a comment with either a suggestion, or maybe if you have a particular origami mini that you would like to learn how to make, you can leave that down there too. For more OrigaMinis with +4 charisma, please subscribe to my channel. If you really liked this video, you can support me on Patreon. All the links are below. I will see you next time. Have a good day.